Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today's book is The Roadrunner, a very scary lesson for 1974. So let's get started. Here, here, what all this noise? Asked a startling voice from high top a cactus. It was a elf owl, and he was annoyed at having been awakened so early in the day. Opening his sleepy eyes wide, he saw the Roadrunner family below him on their early morning outing together. A smile chased the cross look away. Ah, he said, a fine family you have there, Roadrunner. Then he whispered, I saw tracks last night. Be on the lookout for Wild E. Coyote. The Roadrunners thanked him for the warning. They all knew about Wild E. Coyote. That very morning, Papa Roadrunner had lined up his children and told them how dangerous the coyote was. But then he had added, to stay safe inside where the sun doesn't shine, make a young bird pale and gray. A roadrunner need to beep and run. So let be on your way. And with a cheerful beep beep and a bob of their heads, they all set out on the day adventure. The yellow sunshine, or the yellow sun smiled down on them as they beeped goodbye to the friendly elf owl. If the owl eyes hadn't closed in sleep that very minute, he might have noticed the shadow of a coyote following close behind the happy birds. Soon the roadrunner reached some bubbly mud pit. A group of muddy tortoises laid there, baking in the sun and yawning contentiously. Want to join us in this lovely, squishy mud? They asked. No, thank you, beat the roadrunner, explaining. Some skim the cloud, some slide in the mud, each choose the way he will play. The roadrunner likes to beep and run, so we will be on our way. Well, watch out for the coyote, yawned the turtles. They were too lazy to raise their head, or they would had heard the startling pattering of the coyote's feet close behind the roadrunner family. Zipping along, with Papa proudly at the front, the children spied a creature they had never seen before. They dashed away from their father to meet this new creature on their own. When Papa Roadrunner glanced around and saw what had happened, he was startled. His children would fearlessly facing a mountain lion. More quickly than it takes to frown to wrinkle your brow, he was at their side. And just as quickly as Chuckle chased away a frown, he realized they had nothing to fear. This was a friendly mother mountain lion, and she was proudly showing off her two tiny yellow cubs. I'm surprised you let your children run around so freely, she said, giving one of her cubs a lovely lick. They sent him tumbling backwards. If they didn't run, they wouldn't be road runners, Papa explained. You are right, Mother Mountain Lioness replied. And of course, you have warned them about Wild E. Coyote. I'm sure I wouldn't want one of my precious baby wandering into the crust. For just a moment, the little roadrunner looked nervously behind him, but the open desert beckoned once more in a individual saying, Your friendship we value, and you have our promise we visit another day, but a roadrunner ought to beep and run, so we'll be on our way. If Mother Mountain Lion hadn't been busy separating her wrestling babies just then, perhaps she would have seen a coyote study showing her new friend. At the end of the trail, Papa Roadrunner told the children they could explore on their own. He knew all Roadrunner must learn to stand and run on their own 2 feet. Peeking out from amongst the rubbles of a nearby junk pile, Wile E. Coyote eyed lit up when he saw Papa Roadrunner leave the 3 children. He looked around the heap of junk for something that would lure the unexpected little Roadrunner to him. A bicycle horn? The very thing if it beeps like a Roadrunner, he cried. But no, when he squeezed the bow, the sand-choked horn only wheezed. He tried an auto horn. It blared. That would never do. Then inside a battered truck, he found a horn that sounded like a Roadrunner. He crouched down in the seat and pressed the horn. Beep, beep. Far away, then not so far away, he heard the answer beep of the children. Soon the little Roadrunner was right beside the truck. They were puzzled, for the beeping had stopped. At that moment, the truck door flew open, and out jumped Wile E. Coyote. Here was the terrible fellow the little Roadrunner had been warned about. Their legs wore frantically, and the chase was on. They raced over tire, leaped across rusty bathtub, and scattered old magazine and newspaper. The coyote was right behind them. They climbed a mountain of furniture and bounced into the valley of bed springs. Wile E. Coyote came closer every minute. At last, they dashed around the corner of the wrecked truck and leaped high, almost onto the back of the mother mountain lion, who was watching her cubs as they played. Wile E. Coyote, or Wile E. stopped in his tracks. This was a creature he feared. It took only one deep lion roar to send sly coyotes scurrying out of the junkyard and across the desert. Papa Roadrunner had been nearby watching everything and ready to help if the children needed him. He knew they had to learn a lesson about the tricks Coyote plays. Thank you, Mother Mountain Lion, he said. Then he turned to his children. We have one more place to go now, smiled, he told them. When beeping and running had filled the whole day, and stars tinkled overhead, a Roadrunner wishes, perhaps most of all, to sleep in his own little bed. And away the Roadrunner ran all in the line. So that was The Roadrunner, a very scary lesson for 1974. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, have a groovy day. And our next book will be Twitty Play Catch the Putty Tat.